Alright guys, as you can probably tell, this is a Carnivean that is missing an arm. I'm trying to experiment with the light here. Let me know if you like it with that much light or with this much light. Anyway, I got the highlighting done on his flesh. Word to the wise, if you're going to mix colors as it calls for you to do to get anywhere near the blighted flesh they have in here, make sure you've got enough of it mixed up and that it doesn't dry too quickly. I spent, and I already see another spot, I spent a good while going over the mini and then trying to go back over the mini to make sure I'd hit everything. All the black is the armor, or the chitin as it's called. The rest of his flesh, I think I got everything. Couple spots like up underneath his undercarriage there. By the way, he's mooning you. Really not that worried about, because you really are going to notice pretty much the chitin up front and then some of the stuff down here. At any rate, that's it. I'll be back as soon as I get finished. Alright folks, here's the second half of the Carnivean. Sorry for the shaky camera. I'm trying to film in between rounds of getting stuff done. The chitin is, and the chitin for those who don't know is his spiky armory bits, is based. And now I'm going to try my hand at highlighting it. So far I'm pretty pleased with how it's turned out. After it dried, it was darker than what I thought it would be, but I didn't want it as light as it was originally anyway. Also, since I had the time and the extra mixed paint, I went ahead and did a couple of the shredders here. And they're just basic shredders. Nothing really special about them, other than they're kind of cool at times. They can piss opponents off. And I'm using them basically to test my highlight because, well, they're shredders. If they turn out ugly, I can just say they were a bad batch in the army. I mean, that's the cool thing about Everblight. So those are done, or just about done. And I'm also working on Warmongers. I like these guys. Anyway, I got the flesh done. I got it highlighted. And that's about it. The rest of them is pretty much metal and leather. And after I get done with my beast, I will probably start working on the metal and the leather simply to finish it off, because I think that would look nifty. But at the same time, I'm not too worried about that. I'm also working on... Where'd she go? Hold on. This is the disadvantage of having way too much stuff on the table. Working on Reyes here. As you can tell, she doesn't have her sword attached yet. I'm still working on some of the armor and other bits. I've got it black, and then I'm going to try that bluish tint to it that I saw in the book that looked pretty awesome. At any rate, that's the Legion update for now. More to come. Alright, ladies and germs, this is the completed Carnivean. I got the chitin highlighted. I don't know how well it's going to show up with this light. Might be a little better, like... Nope. There will be still pics to follow the movie as usual. But anyway, got them done using the guide that was over here in the book. And everything went pretty well. I was actually very happy with how this mini turned out. As you can tell, I did glue his other arm back on. I used bleach bone to get his teeth there. And yes, I know there's a couple spots that I missed with the flesh. But because I have to mix the paints to get the flesh color, I'm going to wait until my Ravgor shows up, which should be in the next few days. And then I will be doing a lot more flesh, and I'll come back in and finish off the flesh that's on him that isn't done. But this is the Carnivean. Yes, I know I need a base. I have an idea for some basing that'll be pretty simple, but I like to do all my basing at once. But that is the Carnivean. shredder. I got the shredder done. Bleach bone on his teeth again, and I didn't do a whole lot of highlighting on him because he is just a shredder. I think I highlighted the big horn right here, and that was about it. Same thing on that shredder. So that is 3 beasts completely painted for the Legion of Everblight. And you see all the other stuff that is still on the table. So, yeah. There's a lot of work yet to be done, folks. So, I appreciate y'all's watching, and we will see you in the next video.